is a joke. Hear about the magnificence of machines. Oh, it's like more into it. Someone was talking about their bird feeder that they had, or blue jays that came around, or squirrels. However, they seem to say you must. Trillionaires and millionaires are saying you must love machines. You know, one thing about these machines, this is complete nonsense about it being so fabulous, because it isn't. I mean, it's an aid. It's like, wearing shoes or going barefoot. And you know very well you can go barefoot and get what you have to get done. And a shoe is nothing more than an aid. And there's different types of shoes, right? Just like there's different types of software. We should not allow these people to measure you as your body. Your body. No one has the right to brainwash to thinking they have something that's going to make you or break you. Understand what I'm saying? Mystic Moon listeners? Hello. Let's see. I know you. How are you going to survive? How are you going to your fate? Now we're going to take these cards, the cards of the shadow cards, which they say the lingering influences on your endeavors. Like you can drop. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Going to wait. I mean, you send in your resume, right? You send in your resume. Going to wait. I mean, you send in your resume, right? You send in your resume. Now, paintbrush is not choose awaiting answers. And she wants to know basically, they're trying to set us up, big A, them, some kind of like force like on your money set up type. Now, when you have AI go through your resume, if they're like, I mean, that's the understanding. Nowhere to grass. I'm gonna get this beat. I'm not gonna go over this thing. You know, one of these animatronics. Anyway, let's see now. Let's move this candle over a paintbrush and let's just see. Now, what is affecting your main moves? All right, let's see. I got the feeling that this one. Now, let me see. What is affecting your career moves? Okay, now, yes. They're setting themselves up with, oh, yes. If you're going to listen to this word, word salad of like, oh, be very afraid, and you have to be intimidated because, whoops, something fell down. Because your job skills are going to be taken over by a software program. Wait, do you know how many people are frustrated when they speak to a machine? They call up some company and all they get is a machine, and they're saying, look at the menu. Pick one, blah, blah, pick two, blah, blah, pick three. And then it goes over and over and over again. Give me a real, and you're going, real person, real person, real person, real person. Okay. Now, as we seem to think that we can disregard humanity and just live with a whole lot of cold steel nuts and bolts, this is what Paintbrush is asking. Paintbrush is asking, how can she connect in this quagmire, in this quicksand of like, humans are dirty, humans must be humans. Well, that sounds kind of silly, but that's kind of the way it really is. We're in a silly phase, a stupid, silly phase. Now, how can you survive with love? How can you survive with career when you're in a stupid, silly phase of existence? But you know what? They're just doing this because something bigger, which we will go into in a little bit, something bigger is at hand. And it's not what they're talking about. Do you think a magician let's just say the world is all put together by magic. Do you think a magician is really going to tell you or anyone else who's not in that frequency or in that club what the real deal is? Hell no, they want to keep those goodies, those reserves, those honors for themselves. I took out so many cards. Can't do all those. Let's take this one first. Ah, we have judgment. That's a pretty disconnect. Who who is and who will is deciding your. I go through your job resume and they say, I don't like that last name. I don't like that first name. I don't like this gender, male or female. Huh, what? What? The damn toaster, machine, lawnmower know about anything intellectual, anything emotional, anything beyond copying. It's a copy machine. When a copy machine copies your resume, copies your drawing, copies what you wrote, they can write it. They have no emotion. It's just copying. Ka-zing, ka-zing, ka-zing. That's what it's like. That is exactly what it's like. Understand? I know you understand. Now let's pick the next card. This judgment, this cold, cold, cold judgment. Where is it? Ah, the moon. The moon. Oh, these two major arcana cards. The moon and judgment. Now, could this be something that has undecided? Or something that has an undershadow to it? An undershadow. Meaning, perhaps there's an unsteady, unresolved issue. Or the job you are applying to don't even really know what they're looking for because they're just as blind as creatures that come out in the night. And the daylight strikes them, and their eyes are blind because their eyes are hurting, because they do not know how to see in the light anymore. They become like night creatures. Night creatures. I'm not saying. I'm just saying it's almost as though the visible disabilities, which is basically part of your brain waves, of a lot of people are becoming clouded because they keep on hearing AI machines, which is bullshit. It's just bullshit. Seriously. Fool. I meet many fools today. Connected, non-universal. I am me. See your connection to the universe, connection to the universe. Don't think you're just standing like a flea on a ball called. Don't think you're just standing like a flea on a ball called Earth. And there's no any other outer worldly. There's no other life forms around. Get over yourself. Get naked. Take a good look at yourself and start growing. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying go out and get naked. I'm saying take a look at yourself and get over yourself and realize that your body is similar to everyone else's that's human. Some may be fatter, some may be thinner. Some may be saggy, some may be more muscular. That's it. Well, make your body the best that you can make it and make your mind and your heart and your empathy. Understand? Don't think you're cursed. Don't think you're cursed. You could be blessed. You could be blessed because maybe the jobs that you've been applying to, the people that you have been seeking to operate with are fools. Fools. Beneath you. Beneath you. Now, how many people could say AI is a crock of BS? It's a tool. Any more than Photoshop is a tool. Any more than a pen is a tool. Instead of taking your finger and putting saliva on your finger and marking out some symbols, you have a pen. A pen. Got it? A pen. It's a tool. It's not to say, oh, pens will take over, like a writing pen, not a moniker. A pen will take over your writing skills. However, if you rely too much on data, instead of your God given instincts, you know what those are. It's your feelings, it's your cellular feelings, it's your human quantum consciousness. That's what machines, if you don't use, you heard that phrase. If you don't use it, you lose it. Don't use your brain, you're going to lose your brain. Keep talking to your machines, keep talking to your gadgets. Keep talking and you'll lose the power of thinking on to yourself. Go within, not without. It's like you're becoming like a piece of pie, like pie. You know what a pie is? I mean, a pastry pie. Like you look at a pie, when you can be windowsill, window shopping and look at a pie. Now that's all you're doing when you use Chat GPT or something or some kind of software that you talk to. You're just looking. Now, if you were to actually make that damn pie, you would know the taste, the feel, the smell, because you own it. I said it's just like looking in a digital world. You don't own digital things. You look at it and you can imagine, but it's not the same thing as touch. It's not the same thing as making something yourself and sharing it with your human emotions and your human skill, your human motor skill, your human you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You got the drift. You know what I'm saying. I'm saying, don't feel so claustrophobic. Don't feel so, oh my God, it's over for me because somebody's going to use a software program. People want real people. Just do software programs purchase things? Well, I mean, they aid in it, but they purchase in it. No, no, no. Because digital reality does not need 3D touching. 3D, they do not need material objects. It just has the ether. It's just an aid. It's like, I love my television. I love my monitor. Uh huh. You're dealing with someone. Now let's go back to these job things. You understand what the moon says and what judgment says, right? You understand judgment. All right, decision. Where to go for your job hunt and where will it lead? And the moon still says there's uncertainty. Uncertainty in the midst of, because many people are not being real people. They're afraid of themselves. They're not looking at the total 360. Or probably there's more than 360 because we have 13 dimensions or 17 dimensions according to the scientists at CERN. Of which we're still back here, see no evil, speak no evil, and hear no evil, symbiont state, monkey state, right? Right. Now, let's pick the next one of this selected bunch. Now, who is speaking? Let's see. All these cards speak to a degree. Now, the next one we have is the Seven of Cups. Oh, the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups. Now, this is an imbalance in a degree. The Seven of Cups. Now, what do we see here? Choices. We see choices. We see, oh, well, this can make me look good, or this fun place to do, or these have nice people, or what shall I do? The choices. Or shall I be an executive? Should I be a mid-level executive? Should I try something new? The choices. And then what choice fills the void in your center of the universe? That's what choice that really will be the one you take. Sometimes it could also be a state of having to work 3 or 4 jobs at one time. 3 or 4 jobs that should be one well-paying job. Paintbrush. Got that, paintbrush? Hello, Michael. How are you? Yes, so we're trying to see, Paintbrush is trying to see about her job. Her job sense. She's not making it. She's just not in the groove. She's not in the groove. And she's trying to see what is. All right, let's get this. Which one? Oh, let's do this one next. Ah, the King of Swords. The King of Swords can be you waiting, paintbrush, for that okay, for the, I got this job. I got it. You're waiting for notification. Are you going to get notification? You're waiting for something to come along and they're going to go, we are a team. We are a team. Michael, are we a team? Are we a team of truth seekers? Are we a team of deniers? Are we a team of yes, whatever you say is right? Or I think so, this, or you have your own personal opinion. Now, you need to think about that one, right? The King of Swords. You're waiting. Now, are you going to get this? Your job is like speaking this one. Let's see. Ooh, look at this. We have here the Two of Cups. Ooh, that almost looks like a good blend. Now, why is some sort of perfect union? Two of Cups. We understand each other on a chemical level. We understand each other on a mental level. We mesh together. Now, you're looking, paintbrush, for something that gives you a sign that this is a perfect fit. This all depends on the Seven of Cups that you choose, or you choosing what fills your void. It's your personal decision. However, there is the King of Swords. The King of Swords. Yes, I think you will find something that is going to come your way, paintbrush. Something that's going to fit your particular needs. The income is going to be there, the interest is going to be there, and the advancement is going to be there. You're not going to be treated like boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Like, you're not going to be able to even go, poor me, because it will be a fit. Now, something is coming, paintbrush. We can see something is coming. Something is coming that is, now the most important thing that you have to pay attention to, paintbrush, is the choices. Now, when you go after a gig, and does it fill up your center of your universe? Or is it just something that is worth a few meals? Pick, paintbrush. Pick wisely and choose wisely. Something is coming up soon, paintbrush. And it will be a good fit. It will be a good fit. Just remember, paintbrush, people are going to find out that AI and ML, machine learning, is not satisfying at all. It isn't satisfying. Now, the most important thing, now we see in this Two of Cups here, we see in a strong meshing. It fits. Now, the thing is, how many people want to go to the city these days? You want to go to the city? You want to go to Chicago, LA, New York City? Well, it's kind of spooky. Right, Michael? Michael, are you still here? Do you think going to the city, a city with 987 million people in the United States, I'm not saying abroad, of course I stay away from Paris, but let's just say you went to a non-hostile country, or, a country that wasn't having riots, if you can find one, or, those kind of things. And the United States is pretty volatile. We're going through United States. I wouldn't advise anyone to actually, if they weren't in the United States already, to come to the United States right at this time. The United States is expressing its growing pains, and it doesn't know which way it wants to grow. So I would advise, if you got a paintbrush, the job that you need right now, you need a remote job or a job that you could take anywhere that you want to. Because hey, why do you have to go to the office? The office, if you work at a salary person, weekly salary, why do you have to go to the office and stare at your laptop? Why do you have to go to the office and stare in front of another monitor? Why do you have to go to the office and let somebody see you perspire? Now that caveat may seem spoiled. Now, anybody who's worked remote, you know that it's no panacea. They're in your house, they're in your bedroom, they're in your bathroom, they're in your space. So I mean that voice of your boss, hello, 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 and you have to, oh, hi, I'm here. And they watch, of course they have, things on your machine to see how many clicks you do per hour. And they can see at any time what you're looking at. Because of course you have a company machine. So it's all these types of things. So it's not like, oh, I'm sitting around in my pajamas and eating and watching old movies. And eating waffles, Belgian waffles. It's not like that. And only people who say that, they're feeding you bunk. That's like saying people on food stamps are living it up, which is another bunk. Or you go to food pantries and get old, week old, moldy food. And you say, oh, they're getting that for free. That's another bunk. I mean, they aren't getting it for free, but you can bet your bananas. The food that's 9 times out of 10, mostly, the food that's there is not fresh. It's stuff that's stale. And it's also probably stuff that's chemically engineered, right? Why should they give away good stuff when they can get money for it? It's capitalism, which is why probably New York City wants to go socialist. Because there's more poor people in the United States. You have 9 million people in the United States. I mean, not United States, New York City. New York City, you have 9 million people. How many? You can be very well assured that probably like 8,900,000 are poor, probably. I'm making 75K, 45K a year is poor, especially in a place like New York City where the rent is $60,000 a year. 60,000 K, 5K times 12 is $60,000. Poof. That's not talking about anything else. That's not talking about, and you get, and you're like 20 by 20 cubicle full of little cucarachos, and noise and everything else, sirens, pollution, things like that. Elevator that doesn't work all the time. Hey, it's not peachy. And even if you do have an elevator that is working and you're on the 12th floor, what if you're not on the top floor and somebody's toilet is stuck up and it leaks into your tub, your sink, your toiletto? All these things. There's no glamour in the rat race. There's no glamour in spending a lot of money, dressing up, just to sit around with your rather dull colleagues. Even though you have a mesh going on, you have to go. You can get together sometimes, but on a daily basis, it's not necessary when you have surveillance, the laptop, and you're just staring at your monitor. So really. And even shopping. How many people want to go shopping? In person, in the city. You got to look for a parking place. You got to drive there. You got to pay extra toll. Please, endless. So they kind of have you knit, and all this propaganda that we're like fabulous, Fabulous United States. Fabulous time in American history. Yawn. Yawn. Oh, we found 2 million jobs. Now, I mentioned before, 2 million jobs. There's 50 states. You put it into 2 million, you get 400,000, right? Right. 400,000. Do you really get 400,000? Roughly, or at least 400,000. Let's just say, and then 400,000 into 7. That's 35,000 jobs. 35,000 jobs, that's per month. 35,000 jobs divided by 50 states, not counting the territories, it dwindles down. And how many people? We have millions, we have 3.5 point and growing millions of people. Let's just say at least half of those are looking for jobs. So what is that? 15 million, 150 million people that need work. So what is 2 million? It's like salt. Salt on an open wound. And we can add still, can't we? We can do the math. Right, Michael? We could do the math. Right, paintbrush. We could do the math. Now, we were like seeing if this job is going to be remote. Now, okay, something's coming. Something wonderful is coming. Now, if you were going to take, I'm still not opposed to you're living in a small city that's contained, contained. It's not like supersonic 9 million people, 7 million people, 10 million people, demonstrations. It's not like that. Now, let's see. Okay, remote. Perhaps we should even change the deck on this. Remote. Remote. Is this going to be a remote job? I'm going to get these old vintage cards out and see, is this going to be remote? Let's take this. Is this job going to be remote? Let me shuffle them away. Not to, just because. Remote. Is it going to be remote? Now, I always read the back of the cards. Something about remote. Is this job that's going to be a good fit? All right, we'll take a few cards. Remote. Do I feel this is peekabooing me? This one. Now, what else is peekabooing me? Oh, this one here. And which one? Which one of these? Oh, this one. Okay. All right. Now, paintbrush. Let's see, paintbrush. Is this job going to be remote? Well, okay. We have the Ace of Wands, the King of Wands. I can't believe it. Look at all these wands. Ooh, that's a lot of fire, isn't it? Ace of Wands. The open, definitely open to being remote. Definitely. And there's a lot of support. The King of Wands, don't worry, precious one, he's saying, I understand. I want you to be happy. I want you to feel comfortable. Okay. It looks like paintbrush. Something is coming your way and you're going to be happy. You are going to be happy that this guy is considerate and empathetic and he realizes that. And he says, yeah, he's going to really do this job. Who hires you? It's going to realize that the city is not, it is out of control. These cities, American cities, while they can. You've seen, what's that movie with Brad Pitt? I forget the first part of it, Operation Z. I don't know. I prefer Dragon Ball Z myself. But anyway, yes, we have Wands, the King of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands, the Force, They don't mind. They don't mind. They know. They know a professional when they meet a professional. And we have the Ace of Wands. Looks good, paintbrush. Looks good. Looks very good. Looks good. It looks like a remote job that fits you, and you could be in the office. You could come when you want to come in. Of course, you can even say when you have meetings because you can meet on Zoom. You can meet on Zoom, or you can go meet some mountain retreat, some wellness center, right? You don't have to meet on Fifth Avenue and 57th Street. Yeah, uh-uh. And you can meet in a nice place and make it everyone comfortable. Everyone comfortable. That's something. That's something that we can definitely see. We have wands and we have a mesh. Lots of fire, lots of enthusiasm is coming. So if you can just get through this stalemate, this, not stalemate, this slowness, you're in for something or other coming your way. So keep sending those resumes out. Keep connecting, paintbrush, because something very, very interesting is coming your way. That sounds like that pizza commercial. Have it your way? Well, I know you don't like pizza because you once mentioned it. Well, some people like pizza. I don't. Whatever. However, you are going to have something that is going to be interesting soon. Soon. Choices, the right decision, choices. Right now, it's just a little delay. So proceed, party on, keep those resumes going. Keep up the force because the force is coming through for you. Paintbrush. Understand, paintbrush? Oh, nice. Well, paintbrush, as I said, there's a lot of like confused individuals out there. They think that they can have AI take over their HR, their home, their human resources, and they've got it made. They're saving money. They're not saving money. They're losing money. People are tired of bloody machines. Menu one, menu two, menu three, menu three. Oh, last name is different. Oh, please. I don't care how friendly you make the voice, how sexy you make the voice, how masculine you make the voice of the machine, of the software. It's still a cold, faultless piece of steel and soon to be recasted junk. Tabish, you understand what I'm saying, don't you? You understand what I'm saying? Everyone out there that's looking for something, remember you're looking for love. You deal with Walmart's, you deal with Costco, you deal online with any type of shopping, Amazon. You're dealing with these boring machines. These thoughtless. They don't think. Machines don't think. They just rattle through data. It's like changing the blades of your lawnmower. I'm going to change this. The grass needs cut 2 inches. The grass needs to be cut a half an inch. Stuff like that. I mean, all this hoopla, you have all these people saying, oh, we must get technology. Oh, no, we have to get a smarter people, a smarter civilization, a smarter, more empathetic, more spiritually, more psychic. You understand what I'm saying? We need to connect with who we are, not to have blowhards telling us that we need to get technology and let the blind ones go off the cliff, jump off the cliff, because you can't help those kind of people. And a lot of us are realizing that they're out there and they're vociferous because they're lonely. They're lonely in their connection. They can't connect. They don't know how to connect. And what is the biggest, when you're talking to somebody, right? You all have conversations with people that they're going to touch you. They're going, oh, and then they touch you. They touch your shoulder, they touch your hand, they touch your arm. Now, it's like, you know why they touch you? Because they feel that their words aren't powerful enough. It's the same thing with all this BS about AI, and throwing it down your neck 24/7, 12 months a year, right now. It's because they're trying to brainwash you, and they don't think, and they don't even, they know, anything any type of thinking person on the top of the food chain knows that this is BS. Knows that it's BS. It's a damn data copy machine. That's all it is. If it goes like a million flips a second, okay, so it's a fast copy machine. That's all it is. Probability does not mean actuality. Probability is all we're going data, 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 data. Now, compared to this, how many movies have you seen in America, American movies, that the people, love stories, stories of anything? How many times do they show you action, right? They eat, they argue, they dress up, they shower. But do they ever show that they poop, right? Do they ever show that they need to excrete their body weight, masses? Very rarely. Their body, their body intake, their fluids. But that's what I mean. And to use that. Yeah, that's a very strong point. If they show them washing their clothes, the need to keep all 360 elements together. So I mean, it's like a drama. It's like a heartless drama. When somebody gets stabbed in the chest, when you're watching it, some kind of movie, you're not getting stabbed in the chest. You're watching the fake blood, the this, the that. It's an act, and that's the same thing with AI, ML. It's an act. It's senseless, thoughtless, experience less. Experience is less. There's no experience in the software. It's just like a blender. Puree, beat, make ice, slush, crush. It's a blender. You just press a button. Boom, 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 boom. And that's what they're doing to your brain. Boop, 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 boop. Until you get pulverized into some sort of acquiescing idiot to believe. Now, and as I said, these companies that rely on AI as their human resources, hiring and firing, they're going to learn the hard way. Why do you think all these companies are going out of business? And you can say people don't have any money. Yes, that's true. Because it's a cycle. It's a vicious, vicious cycle. And nobody wants to admit failure. Failure. It's failure. Because at the top of the food chain is still eating, laughing, drinking, blah, blah. Huh? However, the itsy bitsy 600 people that exist on the top of the food chain, as opposed to the 9 billion who do not exist on the food chain. Do you understand that? The ratio? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. And they do too. Which is why they put this propaganda out. Be afraid, scared of everything, and how lacking and you are in respect to software programs, AI, machine learning, robotos. How lacking, how lacking. Don't fall into it. Do you understand? Do not fall into this quagmire of quicksand. It is artificial. AI is artificial. We are. See these fingers? They're real. They're real. God gave me these fingers, gave me this hand to use Not to go bing, 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 bing. No. Understand what I'm saying? I know you understand. Creativity is our gift. Searching in the universe is our need and our gift. We must continue. Must continue. Must continue. We must continue. We must remember who we are and our need to pay our bills, cover our heads, shelter, feed, love, grow, learn. Learn. And we are learning something right now that we are told fallacies. We are told stories, fairy tales. Fairy tales. We're told the emperor's clothes. It's the AI. You rely on AI, you're like the emperor's clothes. You walk around naked because you don't have any clothes. It's all digital. It's all digital. Now you can use real clothes, real things as an asset, as a function. But remember that. All right? All right, I'm going to take a break. Seems like just think about it though. But I mean, think about it. Think about where we're going, what you hear every day. All right, now I got a request. Someone wants to know, a podcaster wants to know, should they use a different platform. Like, would Twitch be better? Would Twitch? So let's just take a few cards and let's see if Twitch would be a better platform. All right, gotcha. We're doing a lot of career things right now. Twitch. Would Twitch be better than, let's say, the one you're using currently? All right, Twitch. Twitch. The Ace of Wands. I get the Ace of Wands. I get the High Priestess. Your decision, your rule, you rock. And then I have the Two of Cups. Wonderful arrangement with the two of you and Twitch. And I get the Queen of Cups. Go out and do it right away. Go out and get on Twitch right away. That's what I see. It's great. It's great. All right? There. So, podcaster, go to Twitch. Now, would anyone like a reading? We're doing love, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful love. And we're doing business, career. Are you getting what you deserve? Are you getting? What does this? Now, it's very important to line yourself up with the right influences, the right job, the right people, the right everything. Because when that Knight of Swords comes flashing over with whatever they're going to flash at us, it's almost as though the people have innately know that something is going on, right? Something is going on. It's almost like warfare, or it's some kind of fair, and it's not exactly cute. Ooh, it's not cute. Hmm. What is it? What is it? Is this a little burning flame? I took out my other candle because, hello, my favorite one. I took out my little candle, my other candle, because well, it's a handmade candle. One of my fans made it for me, and it's a special type of smell. It's tomato and grapefruit. That may sound a little fruity to you, but it's not like that. I mean, well, there are fruits. Tomato is a fruit. And I'm not fond of smelling tomatoes either, but this, something when you put grapefruit and tomato, it's excellent. Excellent. It's very mystic. Very, 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 very stimulating with a journey through the universe, through the black holes, through the portals that exist in ourselves. The mini portals, the mini black holes, the major, did you ever live in a place that you thought was like a portal to something? It's like things, entities were walking through it. And I'm not talking about being stoned or sloshed or something like that. I'm talking about being contemplative in a learning state. And you felt as though that someone, it's almost the same thing as when you think someone's in your bedroom at night. Something lavish, something passionate comes over on you. You had those feelings, haven't you? We all have, right? Huh? Maybe not. Maybe not for, or maybe this could be some sort of outer worldly visitor that just comes through a portal into your boudoir. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can have like a very restless night. But sometimes too, you can walk into a space and you could feel that element is in here more than you can't see it, but you can sense it. And it's not just your nerves. No, it's not just your nerves, it's something else. Something else. Because your cells, your non mind controlled elements of your reasoning feel something else. Our impulses are not a point of insanity. Our impulses are our impulses. What? Our impulses. You don't have to gauge them by someone else because they're yours. You own up to it and own it, right? Why shouldn't you? Why shouldn't you? Right? Why should you not own your own thoughts? Well, I was thinking today when I was looking at something on cable on the monitor, thinking how much sameness, people marching, people yelling, people doing this, people, so much collectivism. Is this what really, living all comes down to? Is collective actions? The sameness, and I feel you're doing the same thing that I'm doing, monkey see, monkey do, and we're like, woohoo, we made it. Made it to what? made it to what? Oblivion. It's almost as though that whole thing of jumping off the cliff. This collective thought. I could tell you anything I want to because you tuned into my wavelength, my channel. You know what I mean? Like when you put on the television and you hear these news. You listen to so much of the sameness. And this is they're telling you. Now, what are they telling you? This is telling you gossip? Gossip? Or conditioning? Conditioning. There's a lot to be studied. There's a lot to be known about conditioning. That's why we don't give much faith in psychic energy, clairvoyance, telekinesis, pyrokinesis. We don't really talk about having a well developed mind person. We ask, did you go to school? Did you get a degree? Did you? In what? In what? And even if you're the most schooled person, how about your inner workings, your mind, your heart, your abilities, your frequency level? Mind you, I really feel that the spirits have said to me that people will be judged on their frequency level. Now remember, outer worldly aliens, non-humans, they're not judging you because you have your degree papers. No, they're judging you on your frequency level, fear, hope, love, empathy, and just your light energy. How accepting of you are in the reality that you're part of the universe. That is what the contact point is with everything. Manifestation, raising your frequency in love, passion, living, career. It's all the same. Raise your frequency level up. And if you're around people that bring you down, cut them off. Cut them off. Cut them off. And if you would like, as I said, if you'd like to find out where you are at right now, contact me. I'm here for readings for you right now, tonight, this moment. So, welcome, Mystic Moon. Welcome to Mystic Moon's timeless timing. Timeless timing. But if anyone would like a reading, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. We can join minds, join our energies, our spirits, and travel to find out what is stopping you from getting what you want, getting what you need. What is stopping all of us? Because we can never possibly have everything we want or everything we need at any one particular time. Because sometimes too, you get something and then you want something else. As you grow and you want to have had it. You want something more. You want something either more tangible, more new. That's a part of humanness. That's a part of humanity. That's why it's so important to really grasp the times you're living in. Because the messages you're getting from your societies at any particular time, are they good for you? Are they satisfying to you? That's a question you have to ask. Just because everybody says so doesn't mean it is so. There's nothing more spreadable than what people like to hear. When people feel safe to hear. That's the whole thing, safe places. Do you think when a meteorite comes down from the heavens and it strikes our planet, a particular part of the planet, and if you happen to have the unfortunate circumstances of being close to that spot where that meteorite is going to fall, that you can finish it yourself. You can finish it yourself. That thought. In other words, if we're in tune with the forces of nature, we should be able to sense what is going to be. But however, we're constantly bombarded with so many distractions, so many messages that aren't really our message. And that's why I'm here doing readings, seeking to get a message for you that's meant only for you. That's what the private reading is all about. A reading just for you and where you're at, what you need to know. Now, this person who is watching out there, something's bothering you. Something that you're wondering about. It could be see something as though you have a pet and you wonder, why did that pet, like my beautiful pet, all of a sudden bite you? It could be something as simple, not simple, it could be complex. Why did that pussycat, let's say you have a cat. Cats are known to have, they react to you, and dogs react to you too. But cats have more of a psychic connection. Even though dogs are more demonstrative, not really. I mean, certain cats are very demonstrative too. Sometimes I can't even say those blanket statements. But you can wonder why. Why did your cat react in a moment, or your dog react in a moment? Your loving pet all of a sudden became hostile, perhaps. Had a temper tantrum. Maybe you're in the wrong place. Could be. You could be in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's time to move on. You know, many people aren't very happy about people that have pets, mainly because they're fearful of people that have what they don't have. There's mistrust bonds between interspecies. Like if you had a friend who was an alien, do you think everybody would trust you because that alien finds you a friend? No, they look at you suspiciously. It's almost the same thing when people have bonds with a cat or a dog because that is not a human. They're suspicious. And those pets of yours could feel things that maybe you're not paying attention to. And sometimes we forget that our cats, our pets, our dogs are not toys. They're living, breathing, feeling beings. And you're sharing an existence together. It's very complicated relationships. As everything it can be complicated. It can be. But should it? question that is private. Now, this person wants me to find out something, so we're going to do a reading on it. We want to know something, something, something. What are they doing wrong? What are they doing right? And that's something that, let's see now. Why isn't it working out? Why is it working out? Well, we're just going to take a poll and find out why isn't this what the question you asked working out? Okay, gotcha. Thank you for the donation, and thank you for emailing me your question. Yes. Now, why isn't this working out according to what you thought it would? What is the lag? What is the disinterest? What is it? Now, how many do we have? We'll start with these 4. And why is this? Let's see, there's 5. Okay. Ooh-hoo. Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Well, there's uncanny forces at hand. It could be surroundings are full of negative energies, or just an uncanny salute. Dark forces. There's a darkness. The devil. The devil. The devil. There's a dark energy around right now. Is somebody putting dark energy around you? No. This is some person who feels that some force that feels that you do not belong where you are. You do not. I feel some antagonism. No, I feel resentment. Then we have the Queen of Cups. And deflecting. There are forces around you that is like, turning around. Hey, right back at you. Too many stones are open right now, and they are still not covered. 2 separate places. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Oof. It's almost as though affection was offered. Affection was offered in rejection. A rejection. It stems from a rejection. Who was rejected by you? And they cannot forget that they were rejected. They feel unloved, not valued. Look at this devil. We have some strong elements. We have some strong elements. And we have not paying attention to these elements. We have elements. We have strong elements. Elements, I say, elements. However, we have almost like a seesaw. We have almost like a seesaw emotions. Seesaw. Huh. We have the King of Pentacles. All right. So we do know that we've incurred the wrath of people who felt rejected by their affections felt rejected. And then we looked the other way because our cup was full. However, they even tried to give a peace offering, but they realized that there are other offerings. There are others. We should let go. This reading to why it is not working out is because you're lingering on to the past. You're lingering on to negative flows. Let the flows go and embrace the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that, again, is the joining of what you desire. Let go of the negative. I mean, the negative should be acknowledged, because it's negative. Because knowing is better than ignorance. However, remember, abundance is the secret to getting and receiving. Getting and receiving, and realizing that the negative must be let go. Must be let go. Don't think about what you already have done. Think about abundance. And in fact, certain things that have not worked out because they were negative. Negative. They had no roots. They had no abundance. And they were let go. It's just a weaning process. Waning, weaning. It's gone. Let it go. Forget it. Something else is coming. Something else of which is truly a blessing is coming. Let the past go. That is what we see. That is what is there. Let the past go. The new you emerges. New offerings. Let the abundance. Get rid of the stingy. Accept the King of Pentacles. Let go. That's my message to you. Let go. Forget. That's why things have not, because we keep on bringing that sorry ass energy back into our present state of abundance. And abundance is like having a bag of grain. But this negative energy, negative devil, thoughts of, is like a hole in the bag of grain, of which trickle, 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 trickle. Instead of discarding and realizing it's over. The Queen of Cups is over, says it's gone. The Knight of Cups, the King of Pentacles, accept abundance, and we can go and merge to something abundance. Let go of the sorry, embrace the joy. That's just the secret. If anyone would like a reading, let me know. I'm here. I'm available. I'm open. I'm chatty. I'm searching. I'm seeing things that are veiled. Getting ready to do some spell work. I'm getting ready to be liberated. Liberated. I'm getting ready to soar into the heavens. What heavens? Spirits, the world around us, the ether. I don't want to know about the ether. I want to know if that man is coming back to me. Well, honey, maybe he will come back to you. And maybe she will be what you want her to be. However, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. And maybe you don't want to take the time to find out. Do a little work. It's the case of Adam and Eve. Did you ever think about Eve was speaking to this reptilian under the tree of knowledge because Adam was so damn lazy? He couldn't even string two sentences together. She's bored. Now, we always hear Eve succumb to temptation. Maybe she was looking for something because Adam was an absolute drag. You never hear that being said, do you? You always, in Western society, they always blame the woman, the bearer of the children, the woman who has to go through great pain to bring life into this world, the woman who needs a man, the woman. And it's always the woman's fault in Western cultures, right? Always. No matter how oberous, the snake consuming itself is, it's always comes back to the feminine. Even when they asked in this country, the United States, what is a woman? You have officials in charge of our judicial departments, this highest court of the land. Yes, and you, as a woman being asked, what is a woman? I don't know. Oh, it's painful. The delusions, the illusions, the blindness of our existence, the peril of a country. We even have a country in France who we have a trans female and does not have enough steam and confidence to say, yes, I'm a trans female. Do you see? We're doomed. We're doomed because we're surrounded by idiots. Idiots. Non-confident idiots who think we can't handle who they are and what they are. That's why people are so screwy. Can you believe they'll believe anything, because it's easier to believe a lie than it is to learn the truth. That's why we can't even believe that we live on Earth. We're part of the universe. We're part of the galaxies and galaxies, many creatures. We don't even know all the creatures that live on the Earth. We don't even know that the fact of so many things are being, the public can't handle it. The public will go insane. The public, the well-oiled machine of sameness, can't handle it. Can't handle it. They don't want to share what the truth is. They